What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I know I am late. Better late than never, but never late is better. Now, I was really pumped up for Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte. Unfortunately, I was not able to see it live because I was hired for a film project, and I was out in Oakland at Dogtown. It's a boxing gym facility. They also do some CrossFit, I believe, and it was very nice. It was a nice gym. I had never been there before. So I actually missed it live. I wasn't able to watch it because I was filming. So that being said, I was able to keep up a little bit on Twitter, and I seen what people were saying. Just watched the fight, and I want to give my post-fight thoughts. Excellent fight, man. This is really what the heavyweight division needs. This honestly reminded me of like the Riddick Bowe days, where you don't know what's gonna happen in a heavyweight fight. I forgot who Riddick Bowe was fighting, but they started punching after the bell, and then the dude went to kick Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe, I think in Holyfield, you had the parachute jump man who jumped in the ring and stuff like that, like Mike Tyson biting ears, like that melee of drama and unpredictability is something that has been pretty prominent in the heavyweight division throughout like heavyweight history. Like you never know what's going to happen, and that's kind of what we got here in this particular fight. And it was a good fight. I really enjoyed it. The build-up was excellent. They did the gloves are off special. I reviewed that, and then the build-up was pretty good. And Ego Stradamus strikes again. I got my prediction right. I said Anthony Joshua will stop him mid rounds. He stopped him in the seventh. The middle point is round 6. He stopped him around after. And a lot of people, it's so funny. A lot of people get mad. Oh, you picked the favorite. This is boxing. Peter Quillen was a favorite and he got knocked out. Pacquiao was a favorite against Marquez and he got knocked out. So in the fight game, I don't care about favorites. Favorites don't matter to me. I don't even look. I don't even bet in Vegas and stuff. So I don't even look at the odds and stuff like that. And I look at the matchup. And the matchup with this, it was a pick'em fight. This really was a pick'em fight because Dillian Whyte showed no respect to Anthony Joshua, which is foreign territory for a powerful guy like Anthony Joshua. And you've seen that with Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. I told you that in the 7 Reasons video. Now, when you're a guy like Jose Aldo, who's very skilled, you're used to people respecting you. So when you get a guy like Conor McGregor who acts like he's not afraid of you, he doesn't care, then that can do something to your psyche. Same thing with AJ. Anthony Joshua was young, and he had, for the first time, he had a guy, well, not the first time. I think Kevin Johnson pretty much did the same thing. But Kevin Johnson wasn't a knockout artist like Dillian Whyte. Kevin Johnson didn't have an amateur win over Anthony Joshua. So it's a little bit different with the psychology. Like, I wouldn't care so much if a non-knockout artist was talking all this big bad wolf stuff about how he's going to knock me out and stuff like that. So, I mean, with the amateur win and the shit talking and Dillian Whyte constantly rubbing that in his face, plus a lot of people were picking Dillian Whyte. They thought AJ was overrated, just being carefully matched, and that kind of thing with Matchroom Promotion, Eddie Hearn, and they were wrong because Anthony Joshua went out and did his thing. People didn't know how his stamina would look. He went in there with a guy who's a big puncher and a knockout artist, and he went 7 rounds. And let me break down the fight. Let me break down what I see in the fight. First round, very competitive, good round. Definitely gave it to Anthony Joshua. I think he was landing the bigger blows, and it wasn't so much that it was competitive. It was just it was the first round, so there was like always an element of, will Anthony Joshua get overzealous, over aggressive, get caught with something? So there's a little bit of suspense. So, but I had Anthony Joshua winning that round. After the round ended, these fools started fighting, and Howard Foster, the referee, got punched in the face. I thought that was funny. That's just like throwback heavyweight drama. You know what I'm saying? When the ref even gets it. You know, the ref, man. Any ref can get it. Like I thought that was hilarious. He must have got punched for breaking up the Carl Froch, George Groves first fight. But yeah, so everybody jumped in the ring after that, and they finally got everyone out of the ring. No one got disqualified, thank God. I would be pissed if it ended in a DQ. And that's ugly for the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? Brandon Rios versus Diego Chavez, James Kirkland, Carlos Molina, Roy Jones, and Montel Griffin. Nobody wants to see a disqualification. That's just weak, to me at least. They got the thing situated. The referee let him know before the round 2 commenced, like, hey, this is my show. you will get disqualified. Basically, he had to restore the order because these dudes were punching and he got hit, and it just, you got to get control after that. It's like a parenting with bad kids or something. You know what I mean? You got to get a leash, not literally, but a leash on your kid. You know what I mean? You have to control them if they go into stores and stuff and they're knocking things off the shelf and breaking things and things like that. So I like how referee Foster kind of put his foot down, like, man, none of that. The round 2 was a bit more difficult for Anthony Joshua. Dillian Whyte came on strong, nasty body shots. Rounds 3 and 4, Dillian Whyte was looking pretty good. Anthony Joshua, his punch count wasn't as high. So I'm like wondering, like, damn, okay, how is his stamina? Because again, this was a proving fight. This is a fight that would prove something because we hadn't seen Anthony Joshua go rounds like that, and we hadn't seen him go rounds with someone the caliber of a Dillian Whyte. Now, in round 5, that's when it kind of changed. Anthony Joshua got control of the fight again. He landed some heavy blows. He landed some body shots, and he was starting to break and wear down Dillian Whyte, and he picked that up in round 6. Now, Anthony Joshua has some disgusting uppercuts, and I love seeing a heavyweight uppercut. I don't know what it is, just because these motherfuckers. That dude, Anthony Joshua, that motherfucker is big. He looks huge to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I love seeing the uppercut, and he had some nasty uppercuts in this fight. Plus, he's a strong, powerful kid. So, I love seeing that. Round 7, it was his time. It was time for Dillian Whyte to get up out of there. The round 5 and 6, the fatigue started to set in, and he was just too powerful. And Anthony Joshua kept walking him down, clipped him with the right. You see him do like the chicken dance. It looked like he was dancing. He had no type of balance. It looked like a temple shot too. Like he got caught on the temple. Equilibrium was fucked. He started falling back. Now, again, I got to give credit to Dillian Whyte. That dude got a chin, because he, like most people from the temple shot, if they got hit like Anthony Joshua hit him, I even heard it. It was like pop. Like you heard the thud. You know what I'm saying? So most people would have been down and out from that. But Dillian Whyte, he tried to survive. He was on the ropes, and Anthony Joshua was putting some punches together, and he still wasn't going. And then he was trying to move around the ring, clinch a little bit, and then Joshua caught him with a disgusting uppercut, sent him into the ropes. Howard Foster ran over, took his mouthpiece out. It was a wrap. I mean, there's no way he was going to recover from that. He's all tangled up in the ropes and stuff. So, very good performance from Anthony Joshua. It was good because we hadn't seen him at this caliber. And let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly like I do in my post fights. So the good is Anthony Joshua got the victory. He proved that he's not hype. He can go rounds. He proved a lot of things. He proved that he can avenge a loss to an amateur, a guy who beat him in the amateurs. I think all of that is going to build and help Anthony Joshua's confidence. It has no choice but to. You prove something almost to yourself. Like, damn, this dude beat me. It's very similar to Nicholas Walters, lost twice to Mariaga in the amateurs, and Mariaga thwarted his Olympic aspirations by beating him. So when the Top Rank put that card together where he rematched him as a pro, and he was able to like beat him down pretty decisively, that helps Nicholas Walters. Like, yes, I finally got some get back. You know what I'm saying? Fighters love that. It's no different than a rematch. Someone beat you and then you beat him in the rematch. You feel good about that. Like, yeah, it does something to you. Like Cotto when he beat Margarito in the second fight. It helps your confidence. So that's the good for Anthony Joshua. He looked good. I can't even say, and this is the thing, I can't even really say he struggled. Yeah, rounds 2, 3, and 4, he had a tough time, but he was in there with a quality guy who obviously was very confident himself. And this is the thing, is for me, it's hard to gauge a fight like this because I don't know how much of it was fought on emotion. What I mean by that is there was a lot of shit talking in the buildup. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, especially for a young fighter like Anthony Joshua, to not necessarily fight off of emotion and not necessarily, and always do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd Mayweather being so seasoned in the game, it's hard to get under his skin. Like Ruben Guerrero was like, my son's a warrior. He's a woman beater. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're saying all this stuff about Floyd, and then you've seen the end result. It didn't phase Floyd. You know what I mean? Miss Jackson sued him the week of the Maidana fight it didn't really faze him. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But Anthony Joshua, when you're young and you don't have as many pro fights and stuff like that, sometimes that stuff could fuck with you. So to me, I don't know how much of it was fought on emotion. And when you fight on emotion, sometimes you do things, make mistakes. Like round 1, he put a lot of effort out to try to punish Dillian Whyte. And that's kind of what your heart's telling you to do, because this dude was disrespecting you. He wouldn't shake your hand. He turned his back on you at the weigh-in. He called you a scumbag. You know what I mean? All this stuff. So this particular fight is hard to really gauge in terms of mistakes. The bad or whatever that I would say with this is Anthony Joshua, I think he needs to work on a jab consistently, using a jab consistently, and then also pacing himself, because as you step up with better and better people, you know what I mean, even champions, Tyson Fury's, Deontay Wilder's, guys like that who have been 12 rounds before. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder went 12 rounds with Bermane Stiverne, who was champion at the time. Tyson Fury just went 12 rounds with Vladimir Klitschko. So even though you're a powerhouse, my advice to Anthony Joshua is pace yourself. You know what I mean? Don't let the emotions get the best of you, and don't feel like, oh, I have to stay true to this knockout shit. You know what I mean? Be comfortable. Even like Deontay Wilder did with Bermane Stiverne. He's a knockout artist too. And he actually has more knockouts than Anthony Joshua because he has more fights. But he has all but one knockout, yet he was pretty comfortable in that fight going the distance. So that's my advice to Anthony Joshua. Just pace yourself so you don't burn yourself out, because even to this point, now you still haven't went past round 7. And I talked to people, I've talked to a ton of fighters. I even talked to Troy King. His last fight was a 6-rounder, and he said, yeah, it's a difference. You know what I mean? When his other fights were 4 rounds, them extra 2, he said it's a difference. You feel it. So he's like, I'm kicking up my cardio. I'm going to kick up my sparring sessions. You know what I mean? The intensity, because you have to be ready for that. So Anthony Joshua, being a big dude who was walking you down, throwing punches, that's my advice for him. For Dillian Whyte, maybe just don't talk as much and do all your talking in the ring. So, you know what I mean? So if you do lose, you don't look the same. But as far as I like Dillian Whyte, at least he came to fight. He wasn't fighting scared or anything like that until he got hurt. Then, you know what I mean, of course he's going to clinch and stuff like that. For me, I'd like to see Dillian Whyte versus like a Bermane Stiverne. I think that'd be excellent, to be honest. Both of those dudes have showed a hell of a chin in the past, things like that. As for AJ, the sky's the limit. I mean, I would say he can fight whoever. You know what I mean? Put him in there with whoever, Povetkin, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. I think he's ready. You know what I mean? I don't know if they'll give him back-to-back tough fights like that. I don't think that's really how Eddie Hearn works. But, you know what I'm saying? Just start fighting top-level dudes, like guys with names, the Chris Ariolas at least. You know what I mean? People like that. And it should be a good look. Amir Mansour, Brian Jennings, Luis Ortiz. I mean, the heavyweight division is back, man. There's some people that can make some noise. You know what I mean? I could think off the top of my head, I'm thinking of 3 knockout artists. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, and Anthony Joshua. And then you have guys like Alexander Povetkin, who's pretty much a knockout artist as well. You know what I'm saying? That's like 4 knockout artists. Not to mention Tyson Fury, who's a champion with all these belts, got confidence from the Klitschko victory. And he knows how to sell a fight with the trash talking. It's interesting, very interesting, the division. You have Chris Martin. You have a lot of people. Parker from New Zealand. There's a lot of people on the up and up. So I'm really looking forward to it. Drop it in the comment section what you thought of this fight, Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte. What should be next for both? Drop all that good stuff in the comment section. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.